Decades before Anakin Skywalker would be cut down and defeated by his Jedi Master and former friend Obi-Wan Kenobi to be left to burn alive on the shores of Mustafar, a very young Anakin, only being a part of the Jedi Order for 4 years, would receive an intense vision of his grim future of fire and pain. But more than just this, the resurrection and birth of the Dark Lord that would soon follow. Before even becoming a Jedi Knight, the echoes of the future and ramifications through the Force itself would find their way to the young Skywalker, as the power of his future dark side self was made known to the young Jedi learner. On one of Anakin's first major missions as a Jedi, himself and Obi-Wan Kenobi ventured to a planet known as Zonan Secto, where the Jedi Knight Vergir had recently gone missing, secretly captured by the Yuzhong Vong and then joining them willingly. Together, Obi-Wan and Anakin ventured to the planet, determined to discover the fate of their Jedi sister. While there, Anakin was given the opportunity to see his future through a ritual of Bora seeds, where the seeds would tell the future of those that imprinted on them using the Force. Through the seeds, one could actually gain glimpses of their future. Wanting to learn more about his future, Anakin agreed, expecting grand adventures for the rest of his days as a Jedi Knight. But instead, what Anakin saw shook him to his core. This is the full account of Anakin's vision. Anakin felt the voices of the seeds. They are afraid. The heat is baking them. Their shells are crisping. Perversely, Anakin shivered as if cold. Obi-Wan put an arm around his shoulders. The seeds were afraid, but did not move under their burden of embers and flame. Theirs was courage, and also an awareness of fate or destiny. This will happen to you. Anakin gasped. He was not dreaming. This is your destiny, your fate. Obi-Wan had said nothing. Anakin knew where the voices were coming from, whom it belonged to, but could not believe what he now knew. There will be heat, and death, and resurrection. A seed will quicken. Will it burn, or will it shine? Will it think and create, or be ruled by fear and destroy? And then the voice fell silent. Obi-Wan's arm tightened around Anakin as if he would protect the boy. In the vision through the Bora seeds, Anakin heard the voice of his master, but not the master that stood beside him in this moment, but the master that would one day attempt to kill him for his betrayal of the Jedi he was now learning so much from. The relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan was different through the vision, as he could feel the hatred he would one day have for Obi-Wan, and not the comfort he now experienced. As Anakin watched the seeds burn, he saw himself too be consumed by fire and grief. Through the seeds, he felt the fear he would experience as a Sith Lord, and felt the anger he would attain for his master. Ironic, as in this moment, Obi-Wan was his source of comfort and safety. Through the flames though, Anakin saw that he would survive this encounter with fire and would return, but in what capacity he was unsure, as it states that he could use his abilities to either create or to destroy. In this moment, Anakin Skywalker briefly glimpsed his future as Darth Vader. I remember reading this long ago, and the moment Anakin glimpsed his future, finding it extremely compelling, as at this moment it shows Anakin still had a choice in the Force. He can use his powers for good, or continue down the path of evil. Interesting that it states, however, that in either choice he will be burned like the Bora seeds. What this means to me is that even if Anakin had remained a Jedi, he would have been burned. Specifically here, I like the line, "Will it burn or will it shine?" showing how the power of fire can be a source of life or death for those that wield it, just like the Force is. The Force can light the path to the future or hope, or burn the path to ashes along with those that desire to follow it. Even from the age of 12, the mistakes of his future self rippled through time, as this was one of the first occasions Anakin saw the anger that lay beneath him, and although he didn't hold all of the pieces, he knew he would be burned either in a physical or metaphorical sense, but would be reborn, and would be set down a path of destruction or creation, at the time not knowing which. I have often wondered if Anakin thought back to this moment as a young boy while burning on Mustafar, and if this moment called to him as one of realization as he was set down a dark path, or if he had forgotten it entirely. But what are your thoughts on this vague vision gifted to Anakin Skywalker as a very young boy that foreshadowed the birth of Darth Vader and the suffering he would have to endure to one day become an avatar of destruction and pain? May the Force be with you, and have a great day.